My name is Brian from Pet Zone.
Hello guys, my name is Chris, also from Pet Zone. So a lot of these things you can't find it locally.
Giving us a little tour of your shop?
We'd love to.
The bigger the head, the more value on the fish.
Oh yes, I like the blue ones.
Hey GG family, how you all doing today? Hope everyone's doing well. Before we get to today's video, we want to throw out a positive comment. Shout out to John.
Today we have Ashley Rowland.
Who's this Ashley?
She writes, fun exploring the store, lots of really neat fish, quite the variety. And funny that you mentioned that, because in this show we actually do a tour of another exotic fish shop. So I hope you enjoy this video as well.
Go.
Hi. Are you recording or?
I am recording now. So James. Jason looks very different. Oh, there he is. Okay, never mind. So where are we off to today?
San Diego Zoo.
San Diego Zoo.
So
We,
No, just
we're
kidding.
dropping Jason.
Somewhere in San Diego.
I think their grilling closure is already full, so.
dang. So, as you've seen from videos for the last couple of weeks, how I went to the agriculture tonight. Brittany was there. So, wait, Brittany, she's joining us again today. We saw a bunch of different aquascapes there, and one of the people that were there with a booth has a shop down here in San Diego, and so I spoke with them, and they said that they would not mind showing us around and giving us a little tour, as well as some more in-depth look at aquascaping. So we are.
Bravo, you said it right.
We're heading out there.
You're only at a convention for 3 days, John.
Yes, only for 3 days. But for a treat, it is raining.
Yeah!
So we're running a little late meeting up because of the rain. Do you think that when we show up we'd create a awkward situation?
I don't have anything to throw at you.
Hello guys, my name is Brian from Pet Zone.
Hello guys, my name is Chris, also from Pet Zone.
And what is the main focus that you guys have here at Pet Zone?
Our main focus is aquascaping. We're more known for monster fish. That's what we started in. But you know, as the hobby has progressed and evolved, we started catering more towards aquascaping. We try to be that source where hobbyists go to get the supplies they need. If they can't find a piece of wood wherever they live or at another store, we want to be, we thrive to be that place where hobbyists can come to.
I have needs.
When you say like supply their needs, what are some of the basic things or the most recommended things that you guys have here that every aquascaper would need?
Basics is obviously, you know, the foundation. You start with the foundation, the soils, you know, the hardscape, hardscaping, wood, stone. That's pretty much, you know, what you need to start a scape. Without that, you pretty much just have a tank, you know, a tank with water. So a lot of these things you can't find it locally. You have to go abroad to get the stuff like stones. You know, a lot of these stones you can't find them locally. You have to get them overseas. Wood, you know, some wood you can get it locally, but you can't just go and get it. You have to have access to that, so you have to reach out to people, ask them, hey, can you help us get some of this wood? That way we can, you know, provide it to the hobbyists.
You said, you kind of touched on that you're trying to do more than just a tank. What really sets apart just a regular fish tank versus something that you can say is from aquascaping?
You know, when you're starting in the aquascaping hobby, there's a lot of plants, more than just fish. You're pretty much building an ecosystem, and once you're trying to achieve something like that, a nature aquarium, there's more to just the cycle of the water. You're talking about bacteria beds and how the gases exchange works together with the critters in the tank and the plants. So pretty much building an ecosystem, totally different than just putting a fish and some gravel in there.
So I do see that there is a really beautiful display that you guys have behind you. That is a pretty big tank. Are all Aquascape tanks really giant like that, or?
No, there is a lot of nano tanks. We actually try to help out customers get started on aquascaping. We always try to tell them to start with something not too big, not too small. So it always starts like around the 5 to 10 gallon tank. So that's what our main focus, not just the big tanks, but more of the nano tanks.
We see different types of various fish in there. Is it mostly just fish and plants, or?
It's like I said, it's an ecosystem. So everything, well, most of the critters here actually have a purpose. For example, there's mono shrimp in here, which specializes in string algae. Siamese algae here over there, that specific fish also specializes on a specific algae, the cladophora pretty much. And you can't really see them right now, but there's also some fish in here that specialize on film algae. We got the bottom cleaners, which are pretty much little vacuums of the ecosystem. So every fish has something to do with the whole ecosystem and that natural environment. They clean the plants. One takes care of the the substrate, decoration, and all that.
Something like this might seem a little intimidating to people. Would you say that this is something that is definitely really difficult to get into, or is it kind of easy to get into?
Definitely not. It's definitely not difficult to get into as long as you're led in the right direction. Because I've heard of people that start the hobby, they get into aquascaping and they're not informed of the different types of plants. Because there's low-tech plants and then there's high-tech plants. The difference being that low-tech plants, they don't require a lot of nutrients, they don't require a lot of light, they don't require CO2, compared to high-tech plants where they require the proper lighting, they require the proper CO2, and some of them you even have to liquid fertilize. So as long as you lead and inform that person that's a beginner, so to say, they'll be all right. It'll kind of release that stress from overthinking it.
When you're getting started, then, what would you say the first thing you want to buy? A tank followed by?
A filter for sure. You're going to want a light that is specifically designed to sustain photosynthetic light. Those are the principles besides the tank. And when you start talking about aquascaping, of course, you're going to need a substrate that is designed to sustain plants. Also to help with the parameters of the water, make it suitable not just for the plants but also for the critters living inside.
So after setup, would you say there's a lot of hands-off approach to it?
Just regular maintenance. One of the things that every tank, no matter if it's a planted tank or not, there's going to be the water changes. There's no way around that. And when you're doing a planted tank, well, yeah, there's going to be trimming, there's going to be fertilizing, and checking here and there the parameters, making sure everything's stable for the plants and the critters in there.
When I was coming in as a customer, Brian, he was the one that actually helped me. I was overthinking, thinking like, I'm going to need super expensive, equipment, which in the long run you do need it if you do decide to get into high-tech plants. But for a beginner, you do low-techs, you don't even need CO2, you don't even need a super strong light, and so it's pretty simple. As long as you lead the person that's barely getting into the hobby in the right direction and inform them well, then they're not going to be stressed out. And they're going to keep coming back. They're going to befriend you. They're always going to be looking for you. Hey, can I speak with Brian? Or hey, can I speak with Chris? Things like that, and that makes you feel good because you're making sure the person is as well informed and not misguided.
If people come in here and they have questions, they're of course always welcome to just come down and ask.
Yes, or call, whichever one's more convenient for them.
And then I think I saw a little bit earlier, but you guys also have social media that you help people out with too on there, or posting?
Yes, yeah, we definitely we're very active on social media. People ask us questions on social media all the time. They send us messages to Facebook, or Instagram. They ask us, hey, you have this fish in stock, or hey, what kind of plant is that? What does that plant require? Things like that. So we're not just in person. We're very active on social media.
In case they do have like an issue, maybe a fish is sick or a plant's not doing well, that's where we step in, and we help them find a solution through making questions, just making sure, that they're doing everything right. So we're always there for them.
You guys don't mind giving us a little tour of your shop?
We'd love to.
Where is this shop actually located?
We're in Kearney Mesa. It's right on Convoy Street. So
San Diego, California.
And, go ahead, lead the way.
all right. Welcome. I want to show you some of our displays we have here. We have Biotope, also some tanks that are done by Tom Barr, some from the crew here, planted of course, that's what we love doing. Under here we have Hardscape, also from Tom Barr. We got some maple stone and some samurai stone, so a lot of hardscape for you guys whenever you guys need it. A little bit of toys, so just one section. Again, from Tom Barr. Thank you, Tom Barr, for all the great products. By the way, if you guys aren't familiar with Tom Barr, he's a great aquascaping pioneer. Has done a lot for the hobby and brings this amazing hardscape for us, handpicked by the master. We have a vampire crab set up here. Some pretty rare crabs, also some disco vampires. Don't really see them. They're hard to find in the hobby. We make this small setup for them, you know, aquatic and terrestrial. You'll see them making some caves in behind the moss over there. Over here, some tissue culture plants. Tissue culture plants are awesome. They're grown in a sterile environment, so no snails, no pesticides, no algae. We like to work with Tropica products and Ultim Nature system as well. So a lot of Tropica plants, those hard to find plants, carpeting plants, moss. You guys are gonna find them here. Coming here on this side, we have the aquatic plants. Usually gonna be bunched and also potted. You're gonna find from anubias to bells, you know, low-tech, high-tech plants, some rare cryptocorynes like flamingo and stuff like that, bucephalandras. We also have here on the bottom some rock like red lava, some black mountain and pagoda stone. A lot of food here from High Carry. Very good stuff, good quality. These are dry goods sections, so filters definitely. A lot of filtration systems for small nano tanks, which we love doing. We also have canisters in case you guys have some bigger size tanks. That would be like this guys over here with some UV light, which is pretty cool. Of course, medication. Medication is going to be on both sides. Always got to have it. You know, sometimes you guys get some sick fish or need to quarantine something. You guys know you can find it here. We have for all the problems, we can help you out. It's very important, the base of the aquascaping, and it's going to be substrate. You know, from Ultim Nature system, control soil, which is awesome. Low ammonia release, make it easier for the hobbyist. Over here on this side, some Amazonia products also to build your substrate system, bottom layers and all that. We're still working on this section here, but we're gonna make it where you can come and pretty much practice, work on your hardscape, get some ideas before you take your hardscape. That'll make it easier for you guys to choose the hardscape. These are actually a new product from Studio Aquatica, substrate balls. They just came out with this pretty cool version that's for carnivore plants. We still haven't tried it yet. We're gonna put our hands to work on this one. Should be pretty cool to see what happens, you know, later on. Do Aqua, we do a little bit of Do Aqua. It's also from ADA. It's systems that pretty much transition from aquatic to terrestrial plant growth. UNS tanks, ADA tanks as well, and fish. We have a lot of small fish, as you guys can see, like glass cats and stuff like that, peaceful fish, Odessa barbs. Guppy section all the way here, and there's Dumbos, black Moscow guppies. An aquascaping shop cannot be complete, you know, if you do not have Sirius stone. You know, Takashi Amano, rest in peace, introduced this stone. It's awesome. It's got a lot of texture, not a lot of color, but it contrasts very nicely with the plants. Gotta have this stone. If you guys are getting into aquascaping, make sure you put your hands on Sirius stone. Over here we have our display tank, one of the biggest ones. It's 114 gallons from Ultim Nature system. It's fully planted. There's a lot of fish in there, of course. Some shrimp, a lot of algae eaters that need to be in there, you know, to clean up those plants. some cereal stone in there, and some plants from Tombar. And on the left side, we have discus. We like doing discus. We also try to bring like wild species. A lot of people know us for that. We don't have any in stock right now, but we're gonna bring in them soon. They're very, very cool. Easy to keep too, not too hard. Nano fish. This is our roll right here for the nano fish. We gotta have a lot of small fish in here. So like amber tetras, paskai rainbows, some emerald rasboras, all the small fish that you can put in any tank, any corner. You know, sometimes you might only have space for a small cube, maybe like 10 gallons or under in your house or in your apartment, your office, and small fish come in handy because you're not really going to put a big fish on a small tank. So we make sure you guys get the right size fish, the appropriate fish for the setup that you guys have. Very cool, like bottom cleaners, like this little guy right here, pulley loaches, puffer fish, pea puffer fish. About puffer fish, we love puffer fish. We have Oaxaca puffer. We bring in Amazon puffer fish. We have the pea puffer, green spotted, and the figure eights. So we love puffers. If you guys are looking for puffers, come check us out for sure. Small rack of betas. We bring import betas. We have stuff like koi, yellow dragon, black dragon, red dragon. So different types of dragons. Giant breed betas like giant kois, giant bicolors, or marbles, dumbos, and you know, beta section. Alright guys, so we're going to be talking about the monster fish section that we have. This is Pal, our monster fish expert. Everybody specializes in something. I love planted tanks since I was a kid, so that's what I do. He loves monster fish. He's the guy to talk to if you guys have any questions.
Yeah. By the way, yeah, I actually own a couple of Delvisi at home. These are albino bikers. They get about like 6 or 7 inches. And we got Alicherry. Alicherries are another type of bikers, but they're more aggressive than these guys. And they get about like 1 foot to 2 foot, these guys. And we got a mono peacock bass. These guys get pretty big, and they have a very big appetite. Getting about like, they start off from like 3 inches, and like a couple months they hit like a couple, like 4 or 5 more inches. They're pretty big. Got big appetite.
These guys are pellet trained, right?
Yeah, pellet trained too.
Yeah, but they eat feeders if you guys
feeders,
want.
Yeah. And we also got a flowerhorn hybrid cichlid, known as a Frankenstein fish. With the big hump on the head, yeah. And the bigger the head, the more value on the fish. Yeah, we also got, what else we got? We got a red-tailed catfish. These guys they get pretty big, like big. When I say big, they get big, like huge. 4 feet to like 5 feet. These guys are here. And we also carry, we just got some ornate biker came in. These are the biggest species of the bikers, getting around like 1 foot to like 2.5 foot. And we also got some golden pearl parrots, like hybrid cichlids.
These are just holding tanks pretty much. They shouldn't be in this size tanks forever. Very important. We will never sell you guys a fish, you know, and suggest it for a wrong size tank. So we'll let you know with that.
These are albino arowana, getting about like 30 inches plus. You can weigh around 50 pounds. Yeah.
This place is so cool. I don't want to leave.
I don't want to hear any more of your jokes.
Here behind me, we have this 44-gallon planted Ultim Nature system, Ultim Nature light. The Titan's pretty cool light with a lot of pearl weed. That's the main focus of the tank. Pearls a lot, so pretty cool. You see a lot of that photosynthetic reaction. It's pretty cool to look at. And we're good.
And thank you guys so much. Like, I know when I went to the AJ, it was basically my first anything with aquascaping, but then the way that you guys broke it down, it doesn't seem as intimidating as when I first thought about it, and now I'm glad that I know that there's a place that I can go to where people are friendly and they're able to help me out with anything I need. Now, if people, again, I know we talked about it a little bit earlier, but what exactly is your guys' own social media, or how can people get in contact with you?
Basically, you can reach us obviously here at the Convoy store at PetZone. Was it PetZoneSD.com?
PetZoneSD.com for the website. We also run Instagram and 2 Facebooks. They're going to be for Facebook. It's going to be PetZoneSD and Instagram PetZone.
Okay, and I'll go ahead and leave all that in the description down below.
Cool.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you. There's so much here that I want to take home with me.